Hello, huge movie fanatic Nate, coming at you with some very exciting news for fans of the original Night of the Living Dead. Apparently there's been rumors for months, maybe even more than months. I mean, I haven't been following it very closely or anything like that, but I know there was talk for months on forums and stuff about Criterion possibly putting out a Blu-ray of the original Night of the Living Dead, and it just seemed weird to me. Like, they never put it on DVD or anything like that, or Laserdisc as far as I know. So it's just weird to me that, it just seemed like such a title that has been just kicked around, and, it's public domain as far as I know. So it's kicked around and just put out by everyone and their mom. And it just seemed weird that Criterion would actually release the original Night of the Living Dead on Blu-ray, but it actually is confirmed. I'm coming at you with this video today to, say this very exciting news that it is in fact confirmed. Criterion will be putting out a Blu-ray of the original Night of the Living Dead from 1968. I believe this release date for the Blu-ray is February 13th of 2018, which is, well, the year anyway is, I don't know when the movie came out in the theater, but 2018 is if I did my math right, it's the 50th anniversary of Night of the Living Dead. So it's kind of a good year for that to come out on Blu-ray, but very exciting. I mean, obviously, being in the public domain, Night of the Living Dead has just been put out so many times in so many subpar versions. I think the first version of any kind of decent quality that came out was in 1994, the Elite Laserdisc edition, which I actually got at the time and still have, and probably when I review the Criterion Blu-ray that I do plan on getting next year, I'll probably try to dig out and find by then my Elite Entertainment Laserdisc from 1994 and show you that. It has a really cool cover with an actual color photo taken on the set, which is really kind of interesting to see. An actual color photo from the production rather than some colorized, whatever. But, and then I think Elite also later on down the line would release DVDs and stuff. So, the Elite versions of Night of the Living Dead on DVD are probably, and Laserdisc, are probably the best versions that were ever available. As far as I know, I think it might have been, I'm not exactly sure, it might have been Mill Creek actually just recently in the fall put out, a couple months ago or weeks ago or something like that, actually put out a Blu-ray of Night of the Living Dead. I think it's the first Blu-ray of Night of the Living Dead. But, that Blu-ray is said to be subpar, obviously. I mean, but very exciting news. I got some specs for you for the Criterion Blu-ray release here. New 4K digital restoration supervised by Romero and co-screenwriter John Russo and sound engineer and producer. New restoration of the monorail soundtrack, which is good news for me. I mean, I'm a purist. I like the original mono or original stereo surround. Whatever the movie was originally presented in is what I'd prefer to have on the Blu-ray definitive Blu-ray presentation. So the new restoration of their monorail soundtrack is very exciting to me. And there's a little thing here. It says never before presented work print edit of the film, which will be interesting. Never before seen 16mm dailies reel, which will be interesting for me. And then you can just see all the other special features on the screen here. Obviously it includes the 2 audio commentaries from the 1994 Elite Laserdisc, archival interviews with Romero and Dwayne Jones and Judith Ridley, and like I say, the rest of the special features you can see on the screen. So I just wanted to drop by and say that. Very exciting news. Not too sure how I feel about the cover. I think that Dwayne Jones' likeness may not be 100% perfect. The other guy, I can't remember what the hell his name is, the mean guy in the basement, his likeness on the painting looks okay. Obviously I like the fact that it's like this original, Night of the Living Dead font and stuff like that. I mean, when I saw the cover for the very first time and it was more of a small thumbnail, I thought it was actually a picture, like a photograph, and then I saw it was a painting, and I'm just like, the first thing that stuck out to me is, Dwayne Jones' likeness is just kind of off, and it seems like he's got a bigger nose, and even the other guy, the mean guy in the basement has a kind of a big nose, and even Barbara's likeness isn't so great. So unfortunately for Criterion usually nails it with the covers or whatever, and unfortunately, in my opinion, the cover isn't I don't know, perfect. We'll just say that, in my opinion. But feel free to let me know what you think about this news and the cover art as well. As I said, I'm not the biggest Night of the Living Dead fan in the world. I mean, back in the, 94 when this movie came out on Elite Laserdisc, I mean, I was more of a bigger fan of it at the time. Me and Matt have reviewed Night of the Living Dead 1968 and also the remake. If you haven't seen our reviews of those films, feel free to check them out. I guess that's pretty much it. I'm just rambling, as so often happens when I get excited about news. This isn't, I'm not as excited about this as I was for like the Slayer Blu-ray, because this has had so many incarnations on DVD and stuff like that, which were relatively decent. I mean, the Slayer had nothing, but this is definitely very, very exciting news for us, Night of the Living Dead fans. It doesn't say, where the restoration is coming from. I think they said the negative was destroyed by a flood or something like that. So there's actually like a minute 30 something clip on the Criterion page of this, the website, the Criterion website of presumably the restoration, and I looked at some of that and it looks absolutely fantastic. So I'm sure whatever elements they got, I mean, it's Criterion after all, I'm sure whatever elements they got, they did the movie extreme justice. So feel free to let me know what you think about this news. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, we'll catch you on the next video.